Hello everyone, welcome. I'm in the car just about to go and take my walk. It is cold outside. I've got 2 sweaters on, but cold temperatures are not going to stop me from getting my exercise. So how's everyone doing? Hope you're doing quite well. I've got here my notebook here to read off of the notes that I have for today's video, and we're going to discuss using the ATM at the casino, why you shouldn't and how to avoid it. And I've got some budget tips at the end of the video that I'm going to share with you guys. So why am I making this video? Well, from all the visits that I've made to the casino over the years, one thing I've definitely noticed for sure is that there are likely a lot of poor and broke people who are at the casino and probably shouldn't be. So this video is especially important if this is you or you know someone who does the things that I am that I have witnessed throughout the years. But why do I think I know this? Well, occasionally I will be standing in line to cash a voucher, and you know those cash out machines are also bill breakers, and they're also ATMs. They're 3 in 1. So occasionally I will be waiting in line and the person in front of me is using the ATM. And you know, big screen right there, it's very difficult not to see what's going on. And what do I see? Very low withdrawal amounts, $100, $80, $60. And this is with ATM fees of $5 or higher. So that's a huge percentage of the withdrawal amount. So why, if you're going to use an ATM and pay the fees, which is not just the ATM fee, but also the out-of-network fee that your bank or financial institution will charge for using your debit card outside of the ATM branch, the ATMs at your bank branch, you should be withdrawing much higher amounts in order to limit the impact of the fee. But this video is going to be about how to avoid it. So without further ado, let's just get started here. Alright, so let's share some stories. So the first one I want to discuss was from over a year ago, near the end of 2022. Here in California, where I live, there was we had a statewide stimulus for the pandemic. So if you guys remember, back in 2020 and 2021, we had 2 instances of federal stimulus checks. And then in 2022, we had one specifically here in California. I think it was called the middle class tax refund. So the reason why I'm mentioning this in this story is because during a visit to the casino, this was about a little over a year ago now, one person who was using the ATM was actually trying to withdraw their stimulus through the ATM machine, because some folks got their stimulus through a government issued debit card, and so someone was attempting to actually use that to get cash at the casino ATM machine. That's a sad instance. You get your payment from the government, and it's like, I gotta go gamble it. So there's a story right there, and fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you see it, it was not working. It wasn't like specifically because there wasn't any funds or anything. It was just giving an error, and it wouldn't work. Maybe because it wasn't intended to be used at that particular type of ATM, but I don't know. I received mine through direct deposit, so I never actually got to use one of those ATM cards, thankfully. Alright, so the second story I want to discuss was actually more recent. This was actually just before New Year's, the end of 2023. And this is probably the most saddest instance I've seen someone using the ATM machine. So, as previously, I was waiting to cash a voucher, and the person using the ATM was trying to withdraw only $20. $20, that is it. $5 ATM fee, so that's 25% of the withdrawal amount in fees, not including whatever out-of-network fee that the financial institution may be potentially charging. And then the words insufficient funds appeared on screen. That is sad. I'm just going to end it right there. I'm not going to discuss it any further, but sometimes you can't help but witness these things. But so, I hope you're not one of these people. For if you're watching my channel, you probably are much smarter than that, and you are if you're listening to this video. Took the courage to click on it. But now we're going to discuss some budgeting tips to help you so that you would never have to use an ATM machine and take out money while you're at a casino. It is tempting. The casinos have them there so that you could spend more money, but we want to avoid that. We want to remind ourselves that casino is a form of entertainment. You're not going to use it as a way to earn an income. It's entertainment. The casino always wins in the long run. So let's get started here with step number 1 for budgeting tips. So how to avoid the ATM machine. Figure out which games you want to play. So if you haven't been to a specific casino yet, you may have to go there and walk around and know what games they have. But if this is a casino you've already been to, you know what games there are most likely. So you could jot down some notes or put it in your head, okay, which games do I want to play while I'm there? So this is the planning stage. The second part, which is also part of the planning stage, step 2, is to plan a budget for each game. So I want to put, let's say I'm going to play $1 jacks or better video poker, and I want to budget $100 for it. And then say I want to play $1 denomination triple diamond, if you're a slot player, and I want to do $100 for that. And so on. Know what games you're going to play and set your budget accordingly. Step 3, go with a buddy, a friend, a family member. It is boring to go to a casino on your own, and you're more likely to screw up when you're at a casino alone. So go with someone you trust, a friend, a family member, and you could socialize in the meantime too. And I'll explain another reason why you would want to do this in a future step on the list. I'll explain that as well. You get to socialize as well. But so step number 4. For each game, set a win goal. So let's use the $1 jacks or better, for example. You got $100 that you budgeted for that game, and say, okay, I'm going to play until I win $200. We're going to try to double the budget. Okay. So that's your goal. So now step 5 is to play. And if you lose your budget, so you put in the $100, and you eventually hit 0 credits before you're able to reach your goal, then that's where you should stand up, walk away, and take your break. If, however, you do hit your win goal, let's say you hit 4 of a kind within like the first 4 hands, and you're above your starting money. Let's say you have $220 after a big hit. I'm like, okay, excellent. It's above my win rate. Excuse me. It's above my win rate. So now, what do? Well, you got two things you can decide. Decide whether or not if you want to continue playing. If you don't, maybe you've been playing for a long time already and you're tired and you want to cash out right now, you can do that. Or if you decide to continue playing, set a stop loss. So let's say you hit a big win and you're up to 220. Your win goal was 200. I'll set the stop loss at 200. I'll continue playing down until it hits 200, and then I'll cash it out. And then once it does, cash it out, walk away, take your break. And sometimes you may actually continue to win. You may hit 300, and you say, okay, and then if that happens, if you start winning more than, and you start increasing the gap between your stop loss and your current credits on the machine, you could set a higher stop loss. Let's say you went above 300 now, and before hitting your 200 stop loss. Okay, I'll set a new stop loss at 250, and then go from there. Step 6, once you've done that, is take turns playing. This is another reason why you should take a buddy with you to the casino. So try not to play at the same time with your friend or family member. Take turns. So let's say you go first and you do your first machine, your first game, with the first part of your budget, and then you lose, win, or whatever. Then once you're done playing, you take your break, and during the break you can watch your buddies take their turn. You can root for each other. You know, makes it a little bit more fun that way, so you're not bored. So yeah, use break time to watch your buddy play. That's what I have here on my notes. And then finally, step number 7 is just repeat the process for each game you've put on your list to play. And that's basically it. You go through your budget for each game. And then once you are done, best course of action would then be to walk away. And you may have some money left over, which is excellent. So let me know if this is something that has helped you. If this is something that you think is worth it to share to someone else who may need this help. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I do videos every week on video poker, answering viewer questions. I stream online Texas Hold'em poker every Thursday. If this is just something you enjoy, definitely subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified once I do launch a live stream or release a new video. And more importantly, especially for this type of video, share it with someone who absolutely can learn something from it. I hope this is something that can help you avoid the ATM machine in a future casino visit. But until the next video, I will sign out. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, and go make it happen.